Hey, it's Elgin here from the Living the Hustle, baby Bible. So, I want to talk to you guys today just on the fact that I get clients, particularly past clients, and that ask, hey, when is the best time for us to think about selling our real estate? Well, that question has a very broad answer, and it really depends upon why you're selling it. It depends upon why you're what you're looking to do with it. So we're going to just take a couple of quick scenarios. So one, I'll tell you this. This is going to be something you'll hear different from most real estate people. Is that in selling your home, you definitely should have a purpose. I don't care if that purpose is I want to get all the money out of it and then I'm going to rent and rebuy something later. I don't care if it's, I'm going to get the money and invest in other properties in other states. I want to get the money because I'm going to move up or down, but you should have a reason for selling it. If you do not have a reason to sell it, to be very honest, and you can continue to make your monthly payment, why get rid of it? Why get rid of it? Even if you decide that you want to move, but you have the ability to hold on to that piece of real estate that you're living in now and buy something else and rent that one out, if the numbers make sense, why would you not do that? Give you an example of why not, I feel. So when my parents moved out here to California, they purchased a home, and at the time it seemed like a high price. They purchased a home in the San Fernando Valley for $18,500, and that was in 1960. I forgot, 60 something, early 60s. Do you think there's a home in the San Fernando Valley you could purchase today for $18,500? I mean, think about it. $18,500. If you go through the history of real estate in the areas that I service, you will notice that prices, they don't always just stay up, but over a period of time, they've gone up continuously. Plus, you've been making mortgage payments on it, so you've been paying down what you owe, and you're buying equity into the property. So just think, that property for $18,500, if they had have kept it, and they were getting rent on it now, what would that look like? I mean, rents in that area right now are $2,000 a month on the low side for a 3-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath house. So now that house would have been paid off so many years ago, and you now would be generating, over $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year of income, and not have a mortgage payment on it. Even if you were living in the house still, after it's paid off, that's what you will be looking at. And I know, you pay more than $18,500 for it. I get all of that. I know, and I know the property values seem so much higher than they are now. But I'll tell you what, one thing I've noticed in the 30 years that I've been doing this, that the prices of houses, even though they may go down for a minute, or there may be a correction, a recession, put whatever label on it you want, eventually the properties have gone up, and they've gone up higher than what they were than that previous correction. I mean, you look now, our prices up to where they were during the peak, 2007, 2008. Well, to be honest with you, they are. Now, they may not all be up a lot higher and all of that, and we still got ways to go, I mean, all that good stuff. But when you really, really think about it, yeah, they've gone up. The prices are not as low as they were. So, number one is have a plan before you sell your real estate. Number two is that let's suppose you want to purchase another home and sell your property. Maybe you want to move areas. Maybe your kids are going to go to different schools. Maybe you need to move closer to a family member, or vice versa, stuff like that. That's a real good reason to sell. So what I would just tell you is you do a little research first with your real estate professionals. One, on the pricing and the area that you're looking to move to. Two, is make sure you get pre-approved for a loan for there. And then I would tell you is when you begin to sell your home, look at how much money that you're going to get out of the property that you need to put down on the house that you purchase. Now, why did I stress the word need? I stress the word need because if you think about it, let's suppose you get $200,000 or $300,000 of equity to put towards your next home. And let's just suppose that the monthly payment and your qualifications you could make that monthly payment with putting, say, $100,000 down and not putting your full $200,000 or $300,000 down. In my personal opinion, you should consider that. Now, why would I say you should consider it? Because it's a lot more difficult to penny pinch, budget, and save and invest to get another 100, 200,000. So if you get that out of the property and then you're able to move to another home that fits your needs better and have a monthly payment that is conducive to your lifestyle, what you qualify for, you now have put money away that you can invest in mutual funds, stock markets, whatever it is, under your mattress, whatever it is that you do with it. And at that particular point, you now have a nice big nest egg also towards your retirement. You can take from that money and add extra money to your mortgage payment every month so that it goes to principal, so that it pays off the mortgage faster, and you can do it at your convenience. Like instead of making 12 mortgage payments a month, you could make an extra mortgage payment, a 13-month payment, and believe it or not, that cuts your 30-year mortgage down to approximately 15 years. There are different things that you can do. Okay, so that's one thing to consider. Another thing is, what if at this particular point you want to maybe invest in real estate and you've got equity in your current home and you want to buy rental property? Well, maybe that's a time that you should consider possibly pulling money out of your existing home, putting it down onto something that you can rent out, something that you can flip, whatever it is that you're looking to do. Now you've got your real estate as a resource to hopefully acquire additional real estate or acquire additional opportunities for generational wealth for you and your family. See, I found people that they'll go in, and because the equity in their home has increased, so I've done this myself. So I don't want it to seem like, I've got the magic pill and I would never do this. I've done this myself. But, you take money out of the property and you don't put it toward anything. You buy a boat, you buy a car. You don't put it towards something that can generate additional money where eventually you can use it to do something other than an immediate gratification for some sort of a toy or something. You follow me? So, if your plan, and you can make your plan work, is to use the home that you're living in to acquire additional real estate that acquires additional generational wealth for you and your family, I think that's a possible good move. What if, which I know a lot of people have done, if you can save money, if you have the ability to not just burn your money away, you might be looking at it and say, well, you know what? The market is really high right now. I'm at the maximum amount I can possibly get for my property. Maybe you do consider selling it and going and renting something a little bit less expensive. Don't get extravagant. Hold on to your money and look for another opportunity to re-enter the marketplace as an owner. I know people that really did that in that 2006 to 2007 period, and some of them had to wait 3, 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it was, but they were able to save their money or use their money to do something else with it and make more money. And then as the market corrected, they got back into some of the same neighborhoods that they lived in for a 30, 35% discount compared to what they sold their home for previously. Are we at that point right now? I don't know. No one has a crystal ball, but I can tell you that nothing continuously goes up, 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 and up. Another reason that you might want to consider selling your real estate. There are other reasons, needless to say, but these are some things that I think that you should just plan out before you just put a sign in your yard. So when I meet with you and I meet with clients, these are questions I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you, why are you selling? I'm going to ask you, what is your plan? I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do after we get your home sold? Because we will get it sold. If you price it right, it looks good. In this particular marketplace, you allow us to do the things we do to market homes and sell it, you're going to move. But we want to have a plan for you moving and moving to. Hopefully you find this information helpful, as we're trying to continuously do 1 to 2 of these podcasts a week. If you have questions, feel free to contact us at the information here below, and or hit me on Facebook, Google, whatever. You can find us. We'll answer you. We'll help you out. And remember, as always, no matter what's going on, it's a temporary condition. Things change. Because it truly is, it's a really great life. So God bless you. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We look forward to servicing your real estate needs.